The attack happened in Mali's capital city, Bamako, at an upscale hotel, the Radisson Blu, used by many foreign visitors. Heavily armed gunmen entered and took 170 hostages, killing many. When security forces moved in, at least 21 were dead, including at least 2 militants. The CBC's Thomas Daigle has the details.
Security forces took cover behind a truck, slowly approaching Bamako's Radisson Blu hotel, popular with foreigners and today the target of suspected Islamist militants.
The shooting got a bit fiercer, so I went back into my room, locked the door, switched my telephone off, switched the light off, and was very quiet.
The gunmen were said to have driven up to the hotel in vehicles with diplomatic plates. They stormed in, shouting, "Allahu Akbar, God is great." The gunmen took all those hostages, reportedly freeing some who could recite verses from the Quran. Once inside, security forces assembled in the lobby as gunmen were reported to be upstairs. Troops told me to stay in my room, says this man, so I did. Malian, French, and U.S. Special Forces managed to free most hotel guests, among them Quebec National Assembly employee Maxime Carrier-Légaré and House of Commons staffer Patrice Martin. His friend Alain Riel reached him over the phone after his release.
It lasted about 10-12 hours. He said he was very lucky to be alive.
A former Canadian Governor General was set to leave for Bamako tomorrow. Now Secretary General of the Francophonie, Michaël Jean, said, sadly, one staff member had been killed. In Bamako, the showdown between militants and troops lasted hours. Before it was even over, Al-Noor Batoun claimed responsibility. An offshoot of Al-Qaeda in the Islamic Maghreb, the group that kidnapped Canadian diplomats Robert Fowler and Louis Gay and held them for 130 days.
They want to kill everybody who doesn't share their domination and ideology.
In no time, questions arose about possible links to the attacks in Paris. Mali's ties to France run deep. The country was once a French colony, and France sent troops to drive militants away from the capital nearly 3 years ago.
Was it directly aimed at France? Well, France is a key partner, but I think it's also probably they wanted to make some noise and say, don't forget about us. There's the Islamic State in Syria. They also want to alert people that Al-Qaeda, the Islamic Maghreb, is also dangerous.
When the French soldiers left, they were replaced by UN troops who have remained in the Malian desert ever since. The identities of the victims haven't all been confirmed, but tonight the U.S. has said one of its citizens was killed. As for Canadians, Foreign Affairs says all those known to have been at the hotel are safe. Wendy?
Thanks so much, Thomas. Thomas Daigle.